The San Diego Unified School District does not have the power to mandate vaccines, according to a San Diego County judge's ruling. Good evening, I'm Jesse Pagan, in for Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. The judge's ruling on a lawsuit challenging the mandate comes on the same day all students 16 and up were supposed to have their second dose to attend in-person classes. News 8's Shannon Handy is breaking down what the ruling means for your kids and other districts in the state.
Based on today's ruling, any student 16 and up who is not vaccinated can return to the classroom after winter break. The judge said if the state doesn't mandate the COVID-19 vaccine, neither can the district.
San Diego Unified's vaccine requirement for students is consistent with every vaccine mandate that currently exists in the state.
We shouldn't have a patchwork of local regulations for vaccinations.
After both sides presented their arguments in court Monday, San Diego Superior Court Judge John Meyer ruled against San Diego Unified, saying the district cannot enforce a COVID-19 vaccine mandate on its students.
A local school district simply doesn't have the authority to do something inconsistent with a statewide standard. So
this case dates back to October when the parent-led group Let Them Breathe sued San Diego Unified over its vaccine roadmap for students, mandating those 16 and up be vaccinated by December 20th in order to attend in-person classes and take part in extracurricular activities after winter break. The mandate did not allow for personal or religious exemptions. Under state law, there's a list of vaccines a student must have to attend school. While Governor Newsom says COVID-19 will be added to that list, it hasn't happened yet. In his ruling, Judge Meyer said SDUSD's attempt to impose an additional vaccine mandate and force students to defy it into non-classroom-based independent study directly conflicts with state law. Despite that ruling, many San Diego Unified parents were left with more questions than answers. Following the hearing, families received this email from the district alerting them today is the deadline to get their children 16 and up vaccinated. It never mentioned the lawsuit or the judge's ruling. The district did not comment on that email, but an attorney for San Diego Unified tells News 8 they are disappointed, and while they have the option to appeal, they are still considering their options. San Diego Unified is one of a handful of districts in California trying to implement a vaccine mandate. The attorney representing Let Them Breathe says those districts should consider today's ruling.
The ruling today, the premise for it, that the San Diego School Board does not have the authority to require a COVID-19 vaccine applies statewide. So any other school district in California that is thinking or has adopted a COVID-19 vaccine requirement should really rethink their position right now.
If the district appeals and wins, it could change the judge's decision. We will keep you updated with the latest developments.
Thank you, Shannon. That judge's ruling comes as COVID numbers across our county are on the rise and the Omicron variant is spreading fast. Omicron has now surpassed all others to become the dominant variant in the U.S.
As News 8's Steve Price explains, researchers have analyzed 2/3 of San Diego County's wastewater, and they're seeing a trend.
Researchers at UC San Diego have been testing our wastewater, and they are seeing a COVID virus spike. But here's the thing, it will show up in our stool before we feel any symptoms, which tells them that a COVID surge is coming.
I have a cold and I have family coming in for Christmas, so I'm just checking to make sure I'm okay.
Mark Bim decided to get tested for COVID, and as you can see from the long line around him Monday at the City Heights Recreation Center, he's not alone.
It's very contagious.
It's hitting San Diego hard. Doctors say 90% of our most recent positive tests are the Omicron variant, and our 7-day average is heading in the wrong direction.
Our positivity rate on tests has really soared.
Dr. Chris Longhurst, Chief Medical Officer at UC San Diego Health, says people who are vaccinated and boosted can still get the Omicron variant, but they don't seem to end up with severe disease or in the hospital. That said, he is still very concerned because they do have to quarantine, which means there could be less doctors and nurses available for those who do end up in the ICU.
Unfortunately, these huge spikes in cases are already taking out some of our healthcare workers and other critical employees and infrastructure. And so this is going to be a real problem as we see fewer and fewer healthcare workers who are healthy enough to go to work.
And the timing couldn't be worse. With rain on the way, people will spend more time together indoors, which is why Dr. Longhurst is glad to see this, people getting tested.
Test before that big holiday dinner. Test before getting together with people that you haven't seen in a while that you're going to eat with. that indoor eating is one of the highest risk activities for transmission.
Many people say they've actually made testing a prerequisite to their holiday gathering.
I have an 89-year-old mother, so I don't want to expose her. I have family coming from Washington State, so we're concerned. We're all getting tested.
The county has several walk-up sites available. At this one in City Heights, the wait while we were here ended up being less than an hour. Steve Price, News 8.
Thank you, Steve. Crews made quick work of a fire that forced the evacuation of an apartment building near Balboa Park today. It happened just after 11:30 this morning on Park Boulevard near Cypress Avenue. Firefighters were able to contain the flames to one unit. They also managed to revive a couple of cats that were found unresponsive inside the apartment. There they are. No other injuries were reported, but investigators are looking into the possibility that a cat may have turned on the kitchen stove accidentally and started that fire.
All right. Despite an uptick in COVID-19 cases, airports are expected to be busy this week with Christmas just days away.
News 8's Elizabeth Sanchez has more on what are expected to be the busiest travel days and what you can anticipate this year if you're taking to the skies to head out of town.
Wednesday and Thursday are expected to be the busiest travel days here at San Diego International Airport. They anticipate 1 million passengers coming through here between December 17th and January 3rd. They say the best advice is to be prepared, especially if you haven't been on an airplane in a long time.
Whether it's taking off to see loved ones for the holidays,
to North Carolina, to Asheville, to visit my husband's parents and his grandparents for Christmas.
or returning home before the chaos.
So we came out to San Diego early to visit my family, and we live in Denver, so we're just flying home today, which we're glad we chose a Monday and before it got too busy.
Travel is up this holiday season. San Diego International Airport expects to have 25% more air passengers this year over last year, but still below pre-pandemic levels. AAA predicts more than 100 million people will hit the roads, sky, and other forms of transportation over the holidays. The long lines, baggage, and flight changes can be stressful.
It's been a little hectic. We're hoping for just smooth here on out.
Now adding concerns of COVID-19 cases rising and the Omicron variant spreading. No wonder Dad nearly forgot his phone, but the Cooks are looking forward to baby Jonah's family time.
We haven't traveled for Christmas for a couple years now, and this is the first time. We kind of were a little worried about it with the virus, but we just really wanted him to be with his grandparents for Christmas.
It's a similar story from the Dwyers. With the necessary precautions taken, they say the end game makes it all worthwhile. And all they want for Christmas is to see their 97-year-old mother in New York.
We haven't seen them for a while, so that'll be fun.
Now, airport officials say if you are picking someone up here at the airport, it's best to stay in the cell phone lot until they call you and say, I'm ready to be picked up. That way you free up all of this area here. Elizabeth Sanchez, News 8.
Hopefully you got the good out of our clear and sunny weekend, because all good things must come to an end.
Sadly, more rain is heading our way this week, which also marks the start of winter. Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis here early with your first microclimate forecast. Carlene?
That's right. So the first day of winter for the solstice tomorrow is going to be a cloudy one. We had sunshine this morning, and then all of a sudden you saw the wispy clouds, and that was the first sign of something coming. And as we go into tonight, we are seeing cloud cover still going strong. Those clouds will continue to build over the area, and that's because of an area of low pressure that is going to just hang around throughout the week. So tapping into that moisture sending in our direction. The bulk of the rainfall we're seeing across the Pacific Northwest, but we have a high pressure system. That is what brought us the sunshine over the weekend. That's going to exit towards the east, and this low is going to hang around. Now, as we have a trough of low pressure developing over the week, that's going to send some low pressure systems in our direction, tapping into moisture. We have two waves to talk about. The first one is going to bring a chance for rain late Wednesday night through Friday morning. The second wave, heavier rainfall anticipated, and that is Friday night through Sunday. And then with that second storm system this week, we are talking about that snow level coming down around 4,500 feet. So we could see some snow in our local mountains. We'll go ahead and take a look at your complete forecast coming up. Jesse?
All right, Carlene, thank you. Feeding San Diego is working, so no San Diegan goes hungry this Christmas. The group restarted its food distributions today, hosting a drive-through giveaway at Southwestern College. They helped hundreds of families, giving them dozens of pounds of food, including fresh produce and meat.
With the rising costs that's happening this time of year, the pandemic, people facing hunger for the first time since the pandemic started, the need is there for food assistance.
Feeding San Diego has 2 more events this week, this Wednesday at the shops at Carlsbad and then on Thursday in Ramona. Make sure to register first if you want to go. We have the details posted on CBS8.com. Just click on the help button.